There's no doubt that the situation involving Venezuela is something that the United States doesn't want to see in its own backyard. But for some time, they have been kind of signaling that they want to see regime change, something happen within Venezuela. All throughout the Trump administration, there have been hints, these little clues dropped by Trump, by Pence, by others, that there was going to be something happening with Venezuela. Now, Russia and China have invested more than $100 billion into Venezuela. So this is a big test here to see how they can handle this whole thing, as the United States has helped to mount up on Russia's doorstep left and right. Of course, it's not Russia pushing the situation at the forefront. They're involved here, but it's definitely China at the very front, striking up these deals and offering loans like they have to other countries. And they're trying to strike up a dominant influence in the region. How far will this go? I guess only time will tell. But as of right now, with the gold frozen by the Bank of England, and then talks of the United States trying to send that to the guy that they like, China's not liking that because they're owed $100 billion. Well, them and Russia together owed $100 billion. So if Maduro falls and this new puppet rises to power, what do you think is going to happen? They're not going to give China or Russia a dime of what they owe them. It would be one huge loss. And of course, Venezuela sitting on the world's largest oil reserves. So we continue to see talk about mounting up in Colombia and in other areas. And of course, there's been a blackout through social media, especially through Twitter, as they come out and announce that there's going to be an all-out blackout in areas like Iran and Venezuela. So they just basically told you, we're going to censor everything so you don't know what's going on there. And when you take a look economically here, if you omit Mexico and you look at the United States here and China, you can see that China has surpassed us in terms of what they're doing economically. And we still have got no answer as to what's going to happen with what China's been doing with stealing intellectual property rights from everyone globally. It's something that has not been addressed. It needs to be addressed. It's happening constantly. And that in itself is a massive robbery, if you ask me. You're stealing the thoughts and the ideas of anyone and everyone out there around the globe, and you're selling them, and no one's stopping you. Until someone actually stops them, it's going to continue. So, going to leave a link here. It's been Dabu7. Peace.